Hi, my name is Mr. Chu and welcome to my study room. Today, I'm solving essay question 13 of the 2024 WASSCE General Mathematics paper written by Ghana. And the question reads that the table shows the height in meters of 30 selected trees in a forest. A. Find the mean height of the trees. B. Calculate correct to one decimal place. I, the median, and I, the mean deviation. As we always do, we're going to find the key terms in the problem. And like I said earlier, we have the table having two rows which have columns containing the height of the trees and the respective number of trees that has each height. And then in A, the main thing we are solving here is the mean. That's the main thing. And then in B, we are solving for the median and then mean deviation. And let's not forget that for the B part, each of them should be correct to one decimal place. Great. Now that we have all of these, we are now going to start solving the problem. And we'll start first with the A part, which is for us to solve for the mean height of the trees. And this is a question from a frequency table. So solving for mean from the frequency table, we use the formula mean or x bar equals sigma fx over sigma f, where sigma fx means the summation of f times x, or the summation of the product of f and x, where f stands for the frequency, which in this case is the number of trees, and then x is the height. So let me do this one this way. So this is also f. And there are a number of ways we can do this. Solving for the sigma fx, we can simply do that by multiplying each of the height by the corresponding frequency. And then after that, we add all of them to get the sigma fx. And then we add all the frequencies to get the sigma f and we simplify. But then, because of the B part of the problem, I would like to construct a table so that we just pick the figures from the table to make my solution a bit easier for me. So I'll go ahead and construct the table right now. Alright, so I have my table here showing the two columns that are already in the question, and then now I did the fx, which is the frequency times the height for each tree. And those products gave me each of the numbers in the fx column here. And then also the sigma f is simply the summation or addition of all these numbers. And then the sigma fx is the addition of all these numbers. So now bringing them back to my formula, I'm going to have sigma fx is 345 divided by sigma f is 30. And then we just do that on the calculator. 345 divided by 30. 23 over 2. Then we go to SD, which is 11.5. So the mean height for the trees is 11.5 meters. So that is the A part. Now let's go to the B part. Let me use a different color to differentiate it a bit. So we take the I, which is for us to find the median. The median is simply the median number if the number of values are odd, or the average of the two median numbers if the number of values are even. So as we see here, the total number of trees or height we are talking about is 30. That is the sigma f. So that means they are even. So we are going to find the average of the two middle numbers. Let me take some time to break it down. So this is what it means, that these heights are arranged from the least, which is 9, all the way to the highest. So it basically means that we have 5 trees that have the height 9 meters, and then 4 trees that have the height 10 meters. So putting together, these are the first 9 trees. Then we continue all the way to the 30th tree. So now when we take the 30th tree, the middle will be the 15th and the 16th trees. They are the two in the middle. So we're going to take the average of those. And that will be, when we look at this is 9 and then this is 15. So the 15th tree has the height 11. And then since this 1, 2, 3 gives us 15, the 16th tree will have the height 12. So we are taking 15th plus 16th divided by 2. That is what you are taking. So the position we have right now is going to be, like I said, from the table here, the height of the 15th tree. So let me write median equals the height of the 15th tree is 11, and the height of the 16th will be 12. So 5 of the trees here have the height 12 meters. But I just need the first one. So plus 12 divided by 2, because they are even, of course. And that will give me 23 over 2, which is 11.5. The median height of the trees is 11.5 meters. Now let's go to the II part. II asks us to find the mean deviation. And the mean deviation, we are going to use a formula MD equals sigma F multiplying the absolute value of X minus X bar all over sigma F, where we know X already and X bar is the mean, which we have here already. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend this table to get everything in the formula here in it, so that just like the first two that I solved, I will not have to be putting a lot of numbers, but I'll just use the totals from the table. So I'll do that quickly and then I'll come back to explain. Alright, so this is what I did. Since we have some part of the formula that is not in the table, I want to first add the absolute value of X minus mean, where, as I said earlier, X values are the individual values in the first column here, and then the mean, like I said, we have it here already. And the absolute value here means that even if our answer is negative, we are going to ignore the negative sign, write a positive. So each of the answers in this column here is each of the X value minus the mean. So 2.5 here is 9 minus 11.5, which will give us negative 2.5. But remember, we are taking the absolute value, so we have 2.5. And then here is 10 minus 11.5. Absolute value 11 minus 11.5. Absolute value 12 minus 11.5, which is already positive all the way to the last one. So that's how we got here. Then now we get to the last column, which is the column of interest for us. Whatever we got here in the fourth column, we multiply by each of the values in the second column. So for example, the 12.5 here is 5. Let me just check so that we see it well. Is 5, which is the frequency, times 2.5. And that gives us the 12.5 here. And then this is 4 times 1.5. That gave us the 6 here. And so on until we go to the 10 here. Then after that, sigma means the summation. So we added everything in this column all the way to the 10. And then the answer gave us 43. So you are going to substitute that into the formula now. Sigma F times absolute value of X minus X bar gives us 43. Then over sigma F, as we have it already here, we're still going to use it, 30. And then now we just use our calculator to work that out. 43 over 30, or 43 divided by 30. 43 divided by 30. That gives us 43 over 30. Then SD gives us 1.433333. But then the question asks us to work it to one decimal place. So our answer is going to be approximately 1.4. That is to 1 decimal place. And then that is the mean deviation. And that is where we end our study for today. I hope this lesson has been of help to you. If yes, then see you next time in my study room. Bye-bye.